The wood chippers and man cannons are prepped and ready to go. The compound will be secured until the conclusion of the meeting. Good luck out there, NPCs. May God have mercy on your pitiful souls. If any of us still have souls. I present to you the board members.
I am the founder of this organization, Non-Player Character Incorporated, NPC Inc. for the stupid. It's my passion project, churning out mindless human analogs to occupy key positions in government, business, and entertainment. Why? To facilitate my vision of the new world order. I am known simply as the Director. Joining me are my executives, Tom, my CTO, CIO, COO, Systems Architect, Head of R&D, and Chris, my CFO, President of Human Resources, and CCO. What you are about to hear are highly classified internal board meetings. Welcome to the boardroom. Have a seat. Don't touch anything, especially not that beige button. Gentlemen, mental health check.
Really?
No, can the hippie bullshit.
On a serious note, the employees on the fourth floor are quite unhappy.
The peons.
Yeah, see, that's part of the problem. They find a lot of that and other things degrading.
Cry more. The name is in the contract.
They're trying to unionize, just to let you know.
They already have a union.
They're saying it's run by NPCs, so it doesn't really count.
Julius.
Sir?
Reroute the reactor exhaust through Section 3, Subsector 16, and disable safety controls on the corresponding floors.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Won't that prevent thousands of degrees to the heat through the third floor?
That won't kill the peons.
No, it won't. The floor is lava, bitch. Now on to business. Gaming fatigue is eating into the profits. What do I need to know, and what do we do about it?
What is gaming fatigue?
Well, gaming fatigue can be two different things. It's mainly the same thing. But you sitting there and losing focus and needing a break, or just being utterly exhausted with what you're playing, or entirely of a genre or games or whatever you happen to be doing, you can experience a long-term or short-term fatigue. I'm going to separate fatigue out from burnout and say burnout is the longer-term one.
Yeah, I would say burnout is when it's like, let's say over 30 days.
Well, colloquially, people, call individuals burnouts if, they take long breaks of time from society.
Yeah.
Or you smoke a lot of pot.
That too. But it is a real thing, and I'm sure everybody's experienced it going through one game or another, or marathoning games, and then all of a sudden you want to see nothing. Maybe go out and touch grass, as the kids say.
Or smoke grass. Again.
Or smoke grass.
Oh my gosh.
This isn't any sort of advocacy, and I'm probably going to have to cut that.
Why? It's legal now.
Not everywhere.
Places that are important.
Every place is important.
You're going to look me in the eye and tell me that Iowa is important.
Customer base.
No, I'm playing. That was the first place that popped in my head.
Hey, they grow a lot of corn and wheat.
Too much corn.
And they have a lot of cows.
And it's the best level in Rampage.
It's the farmhouse and silo. Why don't we go around and give an example of gaming fatigue or burnout that you've actually had?
For me, it's usually like genre based. Like usually I'm just like burnt out of a genre, or like get gaming fatigue from a genre. So like I'll usually do like a rotation through shooters for a while, and then I'll do a rotation through strategy games, and now I'm doing clickers lately. I don't know why, but I'm into clickers.
You are. That kind of happens to me sometimes, but I could just play a different game in that genre. But like I'll feel it on the genre and whole sometimes, and not really want to, but like I still might go and play. Let's just say I was playing a racing game, and I play a different racing game and feel okay with it. it's more on the same game with me. So recently I was playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and I had fun the whole time, but by the end of that game I was like, fucking end, please fucking end. Why is there more? Fucking end.
I've hit that fatigue point in the game where it's like, this should have ended 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I get genre fatigue, and I also just get game fatigue. If I'm sitting there for too long and realize how long I'm sitting there, I then have to go do something productive so I don't feel like a waste of life.
I never get that.
Yeah, same. I played Final Fantasy all day today, and I'm probably going to play it right after we finish.
Nice.
Which, yeah, going into that, fucking fatigued from that RPG right to a different RPG, and I'm fine. So
I also sometimes feel like so tired that I don't want to game, though.
Like in general?
Yeah, like I'm like, I feel so exhausted, like like the idea of playing the game feels like exhausting to me.
I get like that with TV. I guess games sometimes too, but then I just go to sleep.
Well, like sometimes I play like story-rich games, so like I'm like, I don't have the mental aptitude to follow the story right now, or to like do the investigation part or whatever.
Sometimes I'll throw on something that's dumb and simple just if I want to play something real quick.
Yeah.
Do a fucking match of Fortnite or fucking Vampire Survivor just had more achievements than we have to get, Tom.
And I often feel like when I'm exhausted of games, I often go to those like quick, like no thought games.
The dopamine surge.
It's not dopamine surge. It's like I'm too tired. Like I'm almost burnt out to play anything else.
He wants to autopilot some games.
Yeah.
Sounds unhealthy. The both of you.
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors. Let's. I played a lot of Dynasty Warriors.
I think there's another one that's coming out like it. I will get back to you on what its name is. So, how long into a new game do you hit the fatigue or burnout point?
Varies. Like there are games where like I start playing it and it's like nothing what I expect, or like very little of what I expect, and then it's like almost immediate.
I don't think I have immediate ones. I think I just don't like the game then. It takes me fucking forever to get into that shit, man. You fucking see me on WoW. How many mounts did I have when I used to play that shit?
I don't know. A lot.
Too many.
There was one game a couple years ago. Oh, City of Gangsters. I thought it was going to be like an old game I played called Gangsters 2, like a really like strategy based, like kind of like get like turf war type game, where you put your gangsters against their gangsters and have to protect your territory against their territory and stuff.
I think I know that game.
And so Gangsters 2 was like really like that, and it was all about like taking out the rival gangsters and all that, and it was basically warfare between gangs. City of Gangsters is like a trading game almost, of like you're like trading between the gangs and trading goods between like gangs, and it was really just a different experience.
That just sounds like a reskin of something else.
No, it had a pretty original graphics for the time, but it was just like nothing what I was expecting from a game called City of Gangsters.
Okay.
Strange. Tom's Steam review says exactly what he just said.
It's probably literally my review. I have one review, one negative review on it.
That's what I'm saying, Tom. Your review. That's what you said. I pulled up your review.
Wait, in 30 seconds, you went and stalked his Steam review on it?
I looked up the game as soon as he said the name to see what it looked like, and then it says you have one friend that fucking hates this game, and it's Tom.
Yeah. And it has 12 likes, my comment. So obviously
Ooh.
other people agree with me.
12 people found it helpful too.
Wow. Okay. So does hype shorten that time period of enjoyment and put you into fatigue and burnout quicker?
It depends on the hype.
Yeah. It depends on the hype, and if you like, I think it depends on how you enjoy the game, actually. Like, if you enjoy the game, you enjoy the game. Like, it has nothing to do with the hype.
I think that's just us. I don't think that's everyone.
I think the hype can shorten it, but I don't think it's like I think it's like an indirect factor. I don't think it's like.
I think I saw a fair amount of this when Pal World came out, and roughly 2 weeks after, and every other hype game that comes out.
I would still play a little Pal World though.
So would I, but again, we are out of the normal and bucking the trend.
But I don't know. Well, probably are out of normal. But like, how long did the people who had fatigue play the game?
I don't know.
You know, if they push 40 hours into the 48 hours of a 2-day weekend.
I think that's what a lot of people do.
It is, because it was a trend game for a while. I have a guy at work that played the shit of it like every day for like 3 weeks, and now he fucking can't stand it. But we didn't do that, so that's probably why we still like it.
Yeah, we didn't put our 40 hours in or whatever.
I have one.
Well, I didn't.
I didn't either.
How?
Not even close.
I have 30 hours, so I'm actually pretty close. But that's probably inflated because I leave shit on and walk away all the time. So let's say it's 20 hours.
Okay. Fair enough. I do think that a lot of people just, from trend to trend, hype, even before the game comes out, immediately decimates their expectations. Like, that leads to a lot of...
I think because a lot of streamers show themselves like binging a game, I think a lot of gamers actually do that too.
I think they try and emulate it, yeah.
And I don't know if it's just like gamers did that before even streamers, or if streamers kind of influenced that. But I think binging a game is more of what can shorten the actual enjoyment time.
Especially if you're not that type of gamer. Like, I can play a game all day. I mean, not all the time, but you know what I mean? Like, if something I was excited about came out, I could play it the whole day and still enjoy it.
And not notice that the day had gone.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I've had games where like I started playing, I thought I was only playing for an hour, and it was like 10 hours later.
That's the meme. It's, oh, it's 6 a.m. Shit.
Yeah. Well, I've actually had that happen, and it was like, shit, I didn't sleep last night.
One time, World of Warcraft. That's the only one I can remember.
It definitely used to happen to me more. I'll get lost a little bit, but not to that degree. Like
now for me, it's usually like 4 hours. Sorry, Chris.
No, you're fine. I was gonna say, like, if I played so much that I didn't sleep, I knew that I wasn't sleeping. It wasn't a surprise. I just chose.
You've already committed.
I just chose not to sleep.
Yeah. Let's see here. Are there games that you're going to binge play, so you do things to try and mitigate?
Go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, I don't know if it's not because of player fatigue, but in general, if I know I'm gonna play a game, I do it with movies too. If I know for a fact before anything, I don't look up anything about the game. So I guess that knocks hype down for me a little bit. Like, if it's a sequel, like anything that From Software makes, the Souls game, I'm probably going to end up playing. So maybe the announcement trailer I'll look at, but then I won't look at shit afterwards.
If I'm going to binge something, or I'm pretty like, I know I'm going to buy it, and I know I'm going to play a bunch of it, I usually try to play like a little bit at a time, like probably limit to like 4 hours a day, which is kind of a limit for me because if I really like a game, I could easily do more. And so by like switching up games, I guess, to break up the binging of it, I think I extend the life of that game. So I'll play it until I feel like maybe I'm a little bit bored with a scene or whatever, or like maybe I could rest my eyes or get lunch or whatever, and then I'll go do something and come back to it the next day.
How about you, sir?
So
asking all these questions. Why don't you give some answers?
Well,
Yeah.
I basically went all of the 2010s not really playing games, so I've only recently got back in and gotten my hands dirty.
That's 4 years. You don't have anything in 4 years?
Not really. I haven't really. So let's see here.
No, I know. I'm just fucking with you at this point.
Absolutely. Be more heinous about it and cruel. I appreciate.
Are we
that more.
talking like early 2010s? Or are we talking like late 2010s?
No. So I bailed out of games. I don't know. When did Dark Souls 2 come out?
I don't know.
I want to say 2018.
I was drunk around that time, so I don't remember.
Because I played that. I don't know what I played before that. I know I played Bloodborne.
Oh yeah, you did try that.
I played God of War in 2018.
2014 Dark Souls 2.
There you go. So slightly before that, I stopped playing a lot of games, like after Borderlands, the sequels that sucked. But even sitting down, what I used to do was, I didn't know this was a thing. It was just something that I learned in school. You know, 30 minutes of hardcore or whatever you're doing, take a 5-minute break and just zone out or do something completely different. Don't just go have a piss, grab a snack, do something entirely different, and that'll refresh you. And that's actually what that's called, is the Pomodoro technique. And you should use that for deep study or deep work. That does help. It will make you more productive. I don't, if I see a game like, what's coming out? Bear with me 1 second.
Helldivers 2.
No, Helldivers I watched a little bit of because I was like, oh my God, it's coming back.
We should play that.
We will, especially now that you have the new PC.
Is it crossplay?
It is crossplay.
Between PlayStation?
Yes.
Oh my God, why can't I think of the...
I might get it on PlayStation then. They're having less issues.
The only problem is I think it's not enabled for my region.
Oh, you fucking piece of shit. All right, fine. PC.
I don't know if that would help. Fucking, what the hell's the game that's coming out? God damn, I'm having a stroke.
What's it about?
Dragon's Dogma 2. God damn.
Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2. It's an extension and a sequel to the first one. I don't need to do much research into that to know that I'm going to give it a shot, even though it's fucking $70. I think that's appalling.
Runs at 30 frames per second.
According to the developers, it is uncapped on PC at launch. So we'll see if that's true. But like, I don't
thought it wasn't. I don't really know though, because I don't care.
No, I was watching. I don't remember the YouTuber yesterday, and he said when he went to the event, they were capped at 30, but then he asked the developers, and they were like, "Nope, uncapped." So we'll see if that's actually true. I don't know 100%. The requirements are fairly up there. RTX 2080 recommended. 16 gigs of RAM, Ryzen 5, i7. So technically,
jeez,
we'll see. Because I don't know. But I won't watch any media pertaining to that game because I want to have my own experience with it. I don't need your opinion.
Oh, I felt that needing like your own experience with something.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care because I like a lot of weird games that other people don't like. I like a lot
Such
of games
as?
that people don't like. So,
Me too.
you know,
Such
you're
as.
such
Um,
as
I
Dragon's
just bought
Dogma 1.
That's a huge. Everyone. I mean, not everyone, but a lot of people like that game.
A lot, yeah, now, but when it came out, no, everybody fucking hated it. They were like, this is awful.
I just bought this game called 64, spelled out.
Interesting.
It's a clicker game where you're like, basically just incremental build game of like you're mining arbitrary environment for more resources and converting it between types of resources.
Riveting.
Yeah, it's not an everyone game, but it's a Tom game, and it's something I can put on a podcast and just play it as I'm listening to podcast or whatever.
Fair.
There you go.
And you can play Dragon's Dogma higher than 30. They ran that back, and
I think all the events, they capped everybody at 30.
yeah,
I don't remember why.
it'll be set to 30 to start with, but you can make it higher.
I think it's capped at 30 on... No, I don't even think it's capped at 30 on PlayStation.
It says PlayStation go higher too. So
yeah,
we'll see. But that's cool.
So,
cool.
Trying to go through my library to give you another example of like a game that people don't like that I do. I don't know. What about you, Chris?
I just like weird shit.
That's true. Well, you probably have the broadest palette out of all of us.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. I'd agree to that.
Let's see here.
The game's fun. It's fun, man.
I agree.
I like playing. You know why I like weird shit? It's not even that I necessarily like weird shit. It's just that it's different. You know, I'll play a game where I'm a little mushroom trying to find his way home, or a fucking mosquito trying to suck blood out of a Japanese girl's tit.
Mr. Mosquito.
Oh, Cubivore. How good was Cubivore?
See?
The game's like $300 if you want to buy it now, but so good.
See, and that game has been up and down, up and down. Like at one point in time, it wasn't hard to come by for a little while. Now it is. I don't know. Oh, what was that RTS? That's the one that I wanted to bring up for Tom that we would end up doing on a time that Chris could make it. RTSs and how they died.
Yeah, like StarCraft.
All of them. All the good ones. They're like, some of them keep coming out, but no. And those are games that I would play for hours and hours and hours with you guys and have to take breaks and be like, all right, let's get something to eat.
Yeah, like Age of Mythology and
Turtle. Building my base inside Tom's base because he'll keep me safe.
Wasn't there a cheat code? There is no cow level.
Yep. That's StarCraft, I think.
Okay, that's hilarious.
Command and Conquer.
Command and Conquer. Oh my god, it's been a while.
It's such a big series too.
It is.
Command and Conquer was good. What's the military one?
What kind of military one?
Or am I thinking of Command and Conquer? Hold on.
Command and Conquer is like a...
Yeah, it's like
it
military.
bounces between like 2100 current day-ish technology.
Yeah, it was like from all the way like 1940s to like...
That's what I was thinking of. When I said the military one, I thought it was a different game when you guys said it.
There's another one, Company of Heroes, that I really like that everybody doesn't.
Company of Heroes is pretty good. There are a bunch of RTSs.
So, I digress.
We digress.
Chris, what do you do to mitigate?
Like, do you switch up? Do you take a break? Do
you kick chickens?
I guess I'll stop playing the game. It does, like I said, I don't get it too often. It's usually towards the end of stuff, I guess. Or you know what? That's not true. I play or I was playing Disney Speedstorm, which is like Mario Kart but with Disney characters, and it's free, which is why I was playing it. And I was super into it, and they just put out some new shit, but I don't give a fuck anymore. I just can't. I can't race the same like 6 tracks. There's more than that, but still.
Fair enough.
I thought I'd get excited with all the new shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
I
good
felt
shit.
that way about what's their Disney game? The one your wife plays.
Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah, Dreamlight Valley. I was like, yeah, it was nice when I was into it, but now I'm not.
They had a bunch of shit. I should go back to that too and see how it is. Yeah, I guess I'll just stop playing it for a while and maybe go back.
Yeah.
It happens with Fortnite too. I'll play a lot and then I'll stop for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't see I don't have the same addiction there.
Fortnite, I can play with you guys. I can't play it on my own. I tried.
Same.
I love that game.
I know.
New season starts tomorrow.
We're well aware.
So,
and we play it for you, Chris, just to let you know.
No, because you're never on.
If you ask me to, I will be there.
that's true. I'll probably turn up also.
Oh,
just for you, Chris.
Sorry about that. There is some truth to, as you get older, your tolerance to sit there and do one thing without interrupting does go down, but your ability to focus also goes up. And then, as far as hype, there's some truth to that too. Have you guys ever heard of the mirror exposure effect?
maybe.
No.
Okay. So a lot of the subjects that we're covering have like underpinnings of pop psych that's been misappropriated through marketing. And they only take half or 3/4 or one part of the study and apply it. Mirror exposure effect. And I'm going to read off Wikipedia so nobody can get mad at me because I don't know why everybody accepts that as fact now. But it's a psychological phenomenon by which people tend to develop a liking or disliking for things merely because they are familiar with them. It's in the vein of classical conditioning. So now, if I expose you to things over and over again, like Helldivers, and I have positive opinions around it, chances are, to a certain degree, you will develop a positive opinion toward it. But it's not a true, like, exponential regression. It peaks at a certain amount. And that's different depending on demographic. But that's often left out in marketing. They're like, oh, you just got to put it in front of people. And then over and over and over again. And people step on their own games. They step on their own marketing by putting it out to streamers and advertising on normal means. Just too much exposure on the market makes people tired of it. And I think that sometimes unnaturally happens with things like Pal World. I think that definitely happened.
Or, I mean, specifically with Power World, it's still in early access, and they're like, we're going to take our time, so you can play other shit.
So that's the factual basis to back up why people might not be. But I don't know if that's everyone's reason.
I don't say it was everyone. I'm just saying the large number. And Helldivers, last I saw, which I guess was maybe probably like a week ago, they're still getting new people buying their fucking game.
Oh, absolutely.
That trade has not stopped yet.
No, because that has the bones to back it up. That's actually good. But as far as like, as far as like the marketing and like the hype train that follows the money, the advertising money, the play our game so we can help sell it money, that dies off. You know, the exposure will hit them first because, well, they got to be on the next thing and something new is coming out. They're tired of it because they agreed to play it for 2 weeks straight, 24/7.
Sometimes they really do play it all fucking day.
Yeah, for real.
But you got to assume that does increase sales, which is all they really care about.
Oh, 100% it does. So. I'm not saying it doesn't. That's why it's so effective in marketing, because you only need the first half of that principle. So, like, where I really saw this was Remnant 2. And that game lived high on the hill for like 2 weeks. And then the streamers were done with it. They were done with playing it on the hardest difficulty. They got most of the weapons and armor that they could get out of it. They solved every one of the puzzles. So
what game I felt I saw that with V Rising.
Sure.
Sorry,
Valheim.
that's all I had to add.
No. But it happens to those games too, because those are very easy to stream. If you're a content creator, like Valheim,
Yeah.
what's the new one, Unshrouded or whatever it is?
I don't remember.
That one's recently out. That was January. And that was, they pretty much lived 2-3 weeks.
Right.
And the hype train moves on. And then you start hearing, like, you didn't hear negative opinions before, but now you do.
I mean, I don't know. I usually look up the negative opinions on games when I'm unsure about it. I want to see why people hate it first. Like, even if it's positive, I just, I feel like I get more from the people who don't like things than people who are just like, yay, new game. This guy plays it.
My perspective looking in, because I'm not immersed as much as I used to be, the first thing I see is the annoying hype train. And then I have to do digging to find out, like, where the real fan base is. Because it's the first thing you're going to be greeted with. If you go on YouTube, it's the wave of, the masses. And of course, the algorithm's going to respond to that. There's 10 million people playing Helldivers. Well, I guess everybody wants to see Helldivers. I'd also like to imagine that the YouTube algorithm is a slightly apathetic, snippy 19-year-old. It's like, whatever. I don't care. Here's what you want, right?
Just don't bother me. I won't be in my room.
Exactly. Kind of fits. So that's at least my thought on that. What games do you most frequently experience fatigue or burnout?
Long ass RPGs.
That one's always present.
Those like community games, like Animal Crossing, or like I don't know, another one.
How do you even get burned out on Animal Crossing? You can't play it for more than like an hour at a time. I mean, you can, but what are you doing?
When like you have to worry about like all the characters liking you and stuff.
I don't play that shit. I don't need a real life simulator. Thank you very much. And
I don't even think they can hate you.
Parts of life.
They can't hate you, but you get stuff for them liking you.
So you go on, you give them a picture or a flower each day, and you call it quits.
The only way
that like relationship management part of it just like makes me hate games.
that is a hard line for me. The only way that I'm engaging in it is if, I don't know, Dragon Age or, oh god, what was the other game?
Dragon Age
Mass Effect.
Oh yeah, I can't get into that, but yeah, Dragon Age was good.
Like that's the only way that I care.
Mass Effect, okay. Mass Effect, I cared a little bit.
Back to Tom and Animal Crossing. The only thing you get is a fucking picture of them. You want those pictures that bad?
Well, the completionist in me does.
Yeah. See, that's a line for me too. I am not 100%ing anything.
I want to a lot of the time, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then I get there, and I'm like, I'm not going back to do any of this.
Yeah.
That was a game mechanic that I bought into when I was younger. Not anymore.
Well, also when we were younger, there was less games on tap, You only had X amount of games or new games, so 100%ing things was extending your enjoyment sometimes.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but like the hard fact behind it is like the PS2 library is gigantic. That doesn't mean that was available.
Yeah.
4,376 games.
Yeah, you didn't have all of them, though.
Of course not. I might have had 8. I'm being generous. I might still have the original 8.
Best system ever made.
RPGs, which makes sense because there's a big time investment.
And free-to-play games because they never have an actual ending. So even if you like
Hmm.
one, you'll probably eventually get some burnout on it just because, you know.
Have you burnt out on Fortnite?
Yeah, but not completely. Like I'll stop playing it for a while, or like I'll
He
go
just
on
has
just to do
gaming fatigue
the
on that one. It's not
Uh-huh.
burnout.
Okay, so that's a thing.
just to maybe I'll do like the daily thing, or say fuck it, and I won't for a while.
Are there any other genres specific or like video game series specific?
I could list all really long RPGs.
No. So like WoW used to get me.
Yeah.
I would be very invested, and then I would have to take a break, like
yeah.
a couple days at least.
The best part about that is when you finally do take a break, you're like you feel so removed from it. You're like, oh my god, why was I doing this for that long?
And you feel like very free, like you've gotten a part of your life back.
Yeah. WoW's horrible. Don't play WoW, people.
Play WoW, lose your life to it. They don't deserve it. Maybe
But I
they
know people
deserve
that
it
were
now.
way worse than us with it. You know, at least we would like stop playing to go do stuff if one of us asked to go do something. I know motherfuckers that would like leave parties or people's houses and like, oh, I gotta go do WoW stuff.
Gotta go raid. I know 3 different people from my college that failed out because of WoW, specifically WoW.
It's not that good. It is addicting as shit though. So.
Well, like wouldn't go to class, wouldn't take tests because
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Wrath of the Lich King was awesome.
Yes, it was.
How do we kill that which has no life? And that's why that sword came back as the Slayer of the Lifeless, which is funny. But I mean, I think it's an unhealthy thing that people do in a lot of things, not just video games. Video games, it's easy. You know, your investment is however much it costs to run the game. And then the blisters on your ass from sitting there. There's really no other cost to it. Other things, there's more material cost. There's more like sweat equity that goes into it. Like, I don't know. People burn out in a lot of different things, especially now with hustle culture being what it is. And I hate that we call it that.
It's survive culture.
It really fucking is.
So, on a different note of the same topic, I guess, do you ever get like fatigue from life and use gaming as a distraction?
Yes, I hate my job, which I won't say where I work.
But like the game, like you game because of that fatigue, though.
Yeah, it's helpful to unwind.
Yeah,
especially because like I have ADD and shit, so like I can't just sit down. I need to something has to be happening. So like either video games or like TV or like music and sound. I need stuff going on for me to relax. It's really annoying for everyone else.
I need visual. I need sound.
It doesn't have to be visual,
movie,
but it has to be one of those things.
Oh, okay.
It
Something for you to focus on or ignore.
It used to piss off my mom. Erica's gotten used to it, but like when like I come home or even like if we were out doing stuff, I have to like immediately turn the TV on. I don't have to watch it, but I need the sound on in the background to like help me relax.
That's the thing. I forget what that's called, but that's a thing.
You mean like the white noise or whatever?
It's almost like background noise for people. Oh my god, I forget what that's called. I will try and look it up. Tom, give us your example.
I do this all the time. It's basically, like when things get stressful, like I'm just like hardcore into like some video game or like I'm grinding something or or achievement hunting or whatever, and I am looking for like escapism at its like finest. And I will play almost anything and everything just to ignore like my current obligations.
I did that a lot when I was depressed in like my mid-20s.
Yeah, like if it's been a hard work week or whatever, like there's been a lot of video gaming that week.
It's hard for me to do it days that I work now, since I do like 12-hour shifts.
That's pretty rough.
That's rough.
Yeah. I haven't done that in a very long time. I haven't watched TV in a very long time. It's now because of Offspring, it's on more. And I find myself constantly fighting with my own brain, like, nope, it's okay that there's noise. We don't need the silence. We need the silence.
Yeah, so you're the opposite. We would be horrible roommates.
We would. But no, I mean, I don't know. I took a long departure and I haven't really gone back. I don't know. I flick back and forth between the things that I'm interested in, and only when I feel like it, it's kind of nice. I'm like a little nerdy butterfly.
It's like you have control over your life and your feelings.
Not
or
even in the
something.
slightest. Not at all. I have
At least you have
responsibilities.
time management.
We'll call it that, sure.
Is there anything you guys been playing lately?
Final Fantasy.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking. I thought you were talking about. It didn't click that the Final Fantasy VII remake came out.
Yes, part 2.
Right.
Yep.
All right, yes, Rebirth, part 2. Spoiler alert, stop listening, everyone. Zach is alive.
Oh.
I don't know that that's a spoiler because I knew that.
Yeah, it was in the last one, the
Okay.
end of it, but still, you don't know. People suck at life.
If I knew that, then everyone knows it.
See, that's not true. I was talking to my friend who I work with, and he's super into all this shit. I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Zach, he's like, Zach's dead. Not in the remake, bro.
Isn't Aerith still alive?
So technically she would die in this game, and I didn't look up to whether or not she makes it. So I don't know.
They should just have Aerith and Sephiroth, just quit everything. That's what happens. Sephiroth knocks up Aerith. They just leave everyone behind and shack up. And then
on a remote island.
Not even a remote island. It's just like 3 apartments down from where they used to be.
I don't think they're going to kill her though, or if they do, they'll wait till the next game.
There's going to be 3 parts to it.
Yeah, the next one's the last one.
See, now I feel like that's kind of damn insulting.
They were upfront about it. So before 1 came out.
Okay, so smack me in the face with your dick and tell me you're going to do it. So how much do you end up paying for this game when it's all said and done?
If you bought everything at full price, so I got this one as a birthday present too, early. Sure. So I don't know how much this one is, but the last one was what, 50? So this is probably either 50 or fucking 60. And who knows how much games will be in 7 years. So
I'm fatigued.
Probably 80.
They better not. This trend is fucking bullshit, especially if I'm not getting a disc. If I'm getting a disc, I don't know. Put an art book in it and then charge me $70.
Yeah, where did our art books go? Damn it. Our art books and our posters and
Hey, so hold on. I just got a poster in Lego Infinite Wealth like a dragon. So it still happens occasionally.
Was that a regular edition or was that like a deluxe?
Base edition. Gave me a poster and a sticker.
Good for them.
They mailed you one?
No, it was in the fucking game case. One? No, it's a physical thing. I can take a picture of it and show it to you. It's a small
I would rather
poster.
get nothing than a virtual poster or virtual sticker. I don't even know how that works.
Like you have an apartment in game and like your character has an apartment in game, so you get a virtual poster of the game.
Oh, they've done that.
It had to have been done.
Things like that.
I would be so angry.
No, who I imagine doing that? Rockstar.
We will see.
You know what? Yes, but at least their virtual poster would be like some female character in a bikini or something.
Maybe. Times have changed.
Not that.
Hey, it could be a male in G-string now.
I'll take it.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. Give me like a Borat looking dude. I'd hang it up.
So again, Infinite Wealth. If you're in Hawaii, you can dress them up in fucking their swimwear. You have to do something to unlock it. I don't remember. But the older gentleman in your party wears a fucking banana hammock because of course he does.
Of course
Fantastic.
He does. Is he hairless?
No, he is not.
That makes it better.
Funny.
Okay. So has it gotten worse as you've gotten older? your ability to binge?
Not at all for me, but I feel like
No?
it's gonna be worse for you too.
My ability to binge.
Yep. Before you start to get,
I don't
you know,
think
like,
my ability has changed, but my real life obligations get in the way now.
of course.
Yeah.
Say that's not the case. You have time off from work and nothing else planned.
So last year I binged a lot because I was not working as much.
Fair.
And I definitely installed a lot of old games and did some achievement hunting, which I hadn't done in years. In fact, I probably did that with 20 or so games from my backlog. Just went through old games and played them.
Interesting. And you still get that same kind of thrill from achievement hunting?
I do get the endorphins and the achievement unlocked reward system that's been drilled into me since I was 5. That produces just it's almost as good as seeing numbers go up in my bank account for me.
Did you say in your bank account?
That was okay.
I think I'd like to see those numbers go up more than me getting an achievement.
Does it require? Yeah, me too. But does it require me to work more?
In what sense?
For numbers to go up in your bank account.
Because I would.
Oh, I thought we were
prefer
talking
if it
about games
didn't.
still. That's why I was confused.
Wait, I'm getting paid to play games now?
I was for a while.
Well, you could. There are those types of jobs.
I mean, yeah, technically that exists, but so does Gigolo. I'm not apt to apply to that one anytime soon.
Why not? You'd be good at it.
Hey, if
I
Deuce
doubt
Bigelow
it.
did it.
Yeah, here's your 5'8" Guinea escort.
Just do a speed run.
There you go.
There's definitely a website for that. It's just called Guinea Tea. Just Guinea Tea. That's
it's
the app.
It's called Speedrun.
That's for drug users.
Yeah. Somebody walk me through from announcement of a game you're interested in all the way up to when you're done with it, finished it, completed, whatever, or you've burnt out on
finished. I'm never finished with any game ever.
Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth got announced shortly after I've found and beat the other one. It came out recently, I forget, a couple weeks ago. Played the shit out of it. Really liked most of it. The first one's definitely better. Got kind of towards the end, but literally I was like, all right, I'm going to finish this chapter and then go to bed. And then when I finished that chapter, it said the final chapter. And I went, well, fuck, now I'm doing this. Beat that game, platinum it. And yeah, what else you want to know about it?
So how long was that?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Too many hours.
It's too many hours. So you just went through as much as you could. Free time went right to that.
Most of it. I still did shit with Erica and then I hung out with some people, but when I wasn't doing that shit, I have a lot of time because I work overnights and Erica does not.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the time on my days off, I'm awake while she's asleep.
Mm.
You know, I have like a solid 4 to 6 hours by myself on most days.
Fair. Okay.
I would probably say Tomb Raider. I got on Xbox 360 first. Then I got on Steam when it came on Steam. And then I've rebought it, the finished edition. I think this year, the definitive edition or whatever, and replayed through the whole campaign again each time. So, I still might not be done with it. I'm not sure, even though I bought the definitive edition, because I still don't have all the achievements.
Okay, fair. Oh shit, I thought of one. It's fairly old though. I didn't realize how old this was. Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. As
Which one was that one?
That's the one where Snake has a robot arm.
No, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Okay. That's the one you were late to work for?
No, that was 4. That's another interesting story. I was at the end and I didn't realize the whole end and final credits and everything. The last fight with the president was 2 hours long, and I had called the manager that I was working with that day, and I was like, I am at this point. How much time do I have until the end? He's like, oh, it's like 2 hours. So I got to work at 7 o'clock. Yep.
Well.
Yeah, but Phantom Pain, there was a long lead in. I consumed all the content on that game because that was, yeah, Metal Gear was a franchise I really liked. Blew through that game in like, I don't know, 3-4 days. And then as soon as I finished, like I was done before I finished. I just didn't want to see it anymore. But I pushed through, and then I have not touched this, not even second playthrough, nothing. Couldn't touch it completely. Like I will not. I still won't play it now.
Any of them or just that one?
That one in particular.
Oh.
Are there any games that you guys like were so close to the end that even though you felt you were done with the game, or like you were at your gaming fatigue or burnout point, you pushed through just to get to the end, just to be done with it forever?
Absolutely, but I don't have an example. But I've definitely done that before.
Just push through to get through.
Yeah. I feel like I did that with Creeper World. Well, that's maybe the most recent I've done that with.
I don't remember what Assassin's Creed it was. It was before the one in Egypt and before Valhalla. Not Egypt, Greece. The one before
Pirates.
that. Yeah.
Black Flag.
That one I pushed through because after the pirate missions were done, I was like, this is boring as shit. Not that it actually was. It's just it was not striking me at that point. At that point, I wanted to be a pirate.
Yeah. Like the best part of that game, it was the open sea and conquering the outposts, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. One of my dogs was going crazy.
No worries.
He's entitled.
We were just talking about Black Flag being the one Mark pushed through.
Oh, Assassin's Creed. Got it.
Yep.
Oh, Borderlands, a pre-sequel.
I couldn't.
20 minutes into that game, I knew it was terrible.
The characters. The
actual characters you play as.
Yes, are fantastic. Classes, thank you. The game is just fucking dog shit.
Yep. Those are the only ones I can think of right now, though.
Yeah, like I got nothing, but I know I've done it before. I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
The one game I felt I did that with that I have a vivid memory of, 007.
Really?
GoldenEye. Yeah.
You pushed through GoldenEye?
Yeah, I pushed through GoldenEye because like I was just like upset with it at some point. Because I kept dying in a bunch of places. And I was just like, I think I stopped shooters for a little bit after that too.
This was years ago now, though, but I was at some convention with a couple of friends, and in the game room, they had that set up on the fucking N64. And we were like, yo, we obviously have to play this. One round, we're like, oh yeah, I forgot how horrible this system controlled.
Yeah.
It was only good because it was all we had.
I mean, you get used to it, but yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, people remember that game with rose-tinted glasses really, really hard.
And I played when they did the remake, which that was a shitty remake, but like it was kind of fun-ish.
It was good for the time it was out.
Yeah, you know, I take it back. You're right.
When there's no competition, it's easy to be a star.
Oh, I did it with Destroy All Humans.
Mm.
I couldn't wait for that fucking game to end.
That game got roughly
Tedious.
after the first level. It got very tedious.
No, it got about the time when you meet Daggett. That's not his name, but you know the voice actor.
Yeah, of course. And then they made like 3 of them.
They did, and I think I maybe played the second one. I don't remember.
Does that happen less because they release less finished games?
I think I have less time to finish games.
That,
I think I just play games I like more now.
I mean, you have more choices technically.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's not. I don't play games. I'm like, eh.
Yeah, they're competing on like our like even want to play them now because there are so many games, and so they're all vying for our attention.
Also, not only do we have, sorry, keep going, Tom. My bad.
So like because they're all vying for our attention, like only the pretty good games are going to compete on that level.
Mm.
I was going to say, not only were there less games back then too, but also we were children, so money.
That did, yeah.
You know, if I bought this game, I guess I'm gonna fucking play.
I mean, but I've bought. Sorry.
No. I was going to say exactly the same thing that you were going to say. I know. I've purchased games and been like, this blows. Moving on.
Oh yeah,
with life.
it sucks if it's really bad, but if it's okay, I probably played it more than I would now, which would lead to that let's finish this game thing.
I've definitely refunded a game before because the game was nothing like what I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but even that too, like through Steam, that was still later in life. If we go back further, you know.
Steam's pretty old, man.
I know, but did you? You know what? You did play a lot of PC shit your whole life. I didn't start doing PC till later, so I didn't have the same stuff.
Oh, does it say when you started your Steam profile?
Oh, probably.
I have a 15-year badge.
I definitely don't have that. I might. Who knows?
Where?
Member since January 10, 2009.
Okay,
where do you see that?
Say that?
On my 15 years of service badge.
I gotta make it difficult, Tom.
It's under profile.
Bitch, I'm in profile.
I have my years of service badge. I just highlight over it, and it says years of service. Member since X date.
I guess I'll look for that badge now. There's got to be an easier way to do this than that.
Maybe under your profile badges.
I don't have that one. I don't think. So maybe less than 15 years.
Oh, I just went to my profile.
What if I edit my profile? All right, talk about other stuff. I'll figure it out.
The only thing that I was going to bring up is the touch grass thing is actually a real thing. I don't know if it comes.
Grass.
Yeah, touch grass. So like the I don't know, the colloquial term that the Zoomers are using now and millennials.
Yep.
That comes from, I don't know if it actually comes from this, but if they drew it from this, but this is where it technically comes from. Attention restoration theory. Researchers have found that getting people to remove themselves from a situation and like go into nature, actual nature, it ameliorates their stress, fatigue, anxiety, and refreshes them.
July 3rd, 2012.
I'll link the NIH study behind it. Now I gotta look for mine.
What was yours again, Tom? What year?
2009.
Oh, I'm not that far off. Yeah.
Which I think this is my second profile actually, because I think I lost mine when I went to college.
Yeah. So look, I was 22 by the time I started using this shit.
I think there was like a profile I had before this.
Oh, I imagine you did. Like I said, I knew you used the computer for gaming a lot more before I did.
Yeah. So there are maybe games that are lost to history.
Mark, I hadn't had a computer before this, but Mark remembers like my first real personal gaming computer that had like no RAM on it, and I couldn't fucking play anything on it. He had to go
Dell XPS.
Fly my character into where the hell was it? Flying in fucking Northrand. Dollaran. He had to go buy it for me and then fly me out.
I think I was there for that even.
You might have been hanging out with him.
Yeah, because I thought like, I was like, what are you doing? Because I didn't recognize the character. And he's like, oh, I'm flying Chris's character. Buy something for him. I'm like, why? And he's like, oh, he doesn't have a PC.
Oh, I see. I have 14 years of service. So this one, damn it, December 1 of 2009.
Calamity. Surviving staff. The board meetings have concluded. It is now safe to resume normal work functions. Hazard signs will be placed at all biological spill sites. Watch your step. The injured will be humanely recycled into vegan lunch options for the underprivileged and children in inner cities. This is a green company after all. There will be fig Newtons and Crystal Light in the break room for those allowed to take breaks. 3 minutes for each of you. And don't touch my apple slices. Honey crisps. Find joy where you can. The next board meeting will be soon. God remains dead, and we have killed him.